Hello, my name is Reverend Joseph Lemoyne. I am the founder of Celebrate Israel, and I have the honor and the privilege to introduce you to someone today. He is Ariel Cohen Alora. He is a Hasidic Orthodox Jewish scholar that lives in Jerusalem, Israel. Ariel has been studying, teaching, and writing about the Torah for the past 30 years. And 30 years ago, after much study and research on the Torah, Ariel began to write a book concerning Yeshua as the Messiah. The book was to be published for the use in rabbinical studies by the Jewish community. The main purpose of his book was to fully understand the very complex meaning of the coalition between numerical and alphabetical writings of each letter and word in the Torah that represents Yeshua as the Messiah. And now I'm going to ask Ariel a series of questions that were submitted to us, and I ask everyone that's watching this video to take the patience to understand the heart of this man is so pure and blameless concerning Yeshua, the Messiah, in the Hebrew language. So Ariel, I'm glad and again to have this honor and privilege, but I'd like to ask you some questions. First question would be, how did you get to the conclusion that Yeshua is the Messiah?
All right, shalom. I happened to hear from my rabbi hundreds of Torah about one special word, the word chen in Hebrew, what it means grace. The word chen in Hebrew represents a beauty of symmetry, of balance, of paradox, and have to do with the Ark of Noah. Really the word chen represents in Hebrew the Ark of Noah. So after a while that I heard so many Torah just about this word from my rabbi, I realized that really all the secrets of Mashiach are hiding in this word. So then I decided to write a book about Mashiach based on the word chen only. Alright, I start to work on this book, and I have a computer with, I did a gematria of all the Bible, and I work with a computer, with number.
Research.
I did a research many years, in the time that the computer was green, and after a while I realized that really I'm writing about Christianity. All the concept of Christianity appear in my book. Finally, I called to my book in his last organization, I call him Yimach Shmo, what really is a curse, how the Jewish curse Yeshua. Yimach equal in Gematria chen, this special word, and really I show in this book how all the blessing in the word have to do with this curse of Yimach, will be erased, his name will be erased, Yimach, all the secret of Mashiach, all the blessing in the word are hiding in this three letter of Yimach, alright?
That's exciting. Just to listen to you, Ariel, is very exciting. It makes my heart leap with joy. Let me ask you another question now. I've submitted this question. How come that you were able to write a book about Yeshua in the Jewish Orthodox environment near rabbis and Jewish friends without any problems?
All right, so like I said, all concept of Christianity appear, the meaning of the cross, the meaning of the Trinity, the meaning of the body and the blood of Mashiach, etc. And even so, in the beginning of my work, I didn't write the name of Yeshua in it. It was just there in it. It was hiding there. And I didn't publish this book, so I wrote it few times. Until happened something in Am Israel that forced me from up to write it from the beginning and to put everything on the table, the name of Yeshua, everything that has to do with all the knowledge I got about this. This was before the disengagement that happened 9 years ago in Tisha B'Av, in the day of the temple was destroyed 2 times, the 9th day of the month of Av. So when we have on top of our head this shadow of this trouble of giving such a nice piece of land, giving away, I realized that I must to put this on the table, and so I wrote all the book from the beginning, and it was really published exactly, it was printed in the day of Tisha B'Av. And what this has to do, all this disengagement with the name of Yeshua, so we can see it very well that Yehuda, Shomron, Ve'aza, this free piece of land that it is a question mark to who it belongs, have the acronym of Yeshua, the Yud of Yehuda, the Shin of Shomron, Samaria, and must to be the Ve as well, because the way they call it Yesha, what is wrong. They took the Vav out. They call it Yesha, what is wrong.
Connection.
The Vav of connection, when we do acronym of places, we always put the Vav. So they did put all his names, the Vav of connection, and they lost the Ain. Like in the name of Yeshua, in the Jewish traditional, they call it Yeshu. He lost the Ain. So there's a lot of secret about this. I'm not going to get into detail why the Jewish call Yeshua Yeshu. But this was like the background for me to realize that we must to publish to all the world, not only for Jewish, what really we are dealing about. We're dealing about giving away Yeshua that is like Yosef, like Mashiach ben Yosef, son of Yosef, to give him away to Ishmael again. Alright, so it's a question that I think each leader should know this, what we're dealing about.
So if I understand correctly, I'm really getting excited. You're saying that the land that we know of as Gaza in the West Bank, or which is really Samaria, if it phonetically spells out the name in the Torah, when you did your studies, it spells out the name Yeshua. Mm-hmm. So we really given the name, the lands that belong to Yeshua, to Ishmael, to a foreign entity, and it should be redeemed back into Israel and not given away, because you're giving away land that represents Yeshua and spells out. And I think once the Jewish people see that, I can see where you're going to bring Yeshua through a different path to the Jewish community. And this is really exciting. Let me ask you one other question, Ariel. What was the feedback of your rabbi about your book, and how do you plan together for the near future to bring this to the people of Israel?
All right, so when we was in the time of this trouble, when it was happening, it was for me the best time to put this on the table and to show to my rabbi this and all kind of things around this. I didn't get here into detail, but there are a lot of details that prove this idea much more in detail. So I start to argue with him. I talked with him already before about this subject, but now I have a book that was exactly in the same day was printed. So I show to my rabbi the book, and I start to talk with him about this more with more power. And in one of the steps of our argument about this subject, I said that we must to do an act of Pidyon Haben, redemption of the firstborn, to bring Yeshua back to Am Israel. Alright, so there was a lot of up and down with the relation of my rabbi and me about this subject. One day it's almost yes, another day it's no, completely, etc. In a certain period of time, he asked one of his disciples, the one that is the editing of his book, to try to get with me, in his name, to negotiate with me about this subject. So we talk about this by the internet for a few months. He sent me a letter, I sent me a letter, and finally we get to agreement. This was, he worked in the name of a rabbi. My rabbi wrote maybe 100 books about, and there are more other 100 books that are in computer in different steps of being published. He's the biggest rabbi in the world, for my opinion. He's the deepest rabbi. So his disciple got with me in agreement how we are going to do the act of Pidyon HaBen, in what steps, in what way we are going to do it. So the argument was like this. The first steps, we will do the act of like a ceremony of Pidyon HaBen, like the redemption of the firstborn, like you do with a priest. We'll do this ceremony in quiet way.
Kohen has to.
And then we will do all the discussion between my rabbi and me about any word in the book. He will put his remark. He will translate all the book in English. We will do all preparation have to do with revealing this matter. Everything is still quiet until we are ready with preparation, with movie, music, books. And then when we are ready, we go to the word and we say what we just did, and we announce that we are going to organize a retrial for Yeshua with the biggest rabbi in Am Israel. So the last step is like to do something that is really a show business. It's something that all the world will see, all the argument, everything that has to do with all the side, what the Jews think about this, what the Christians think about this.
Clarification.
All the clarification of the subject in the front of all the world.
Public.
It would be a big learning for all the public, for everybody. Alright, so this is a plan, and then we will start to organize a private Pidyon HaBen redemption of the firstborn from each Jewish in the world, like in small. So every Jewish will have to decide if he do a redemption. Money in Hebrew it's blood. It's like we said that Zion will be redeemed with a trial and with charity. Alright, so we do a trial and then we take charity from all the people that come back to Zion. Alright, so will be the beginning of a piece of united, the tree of Yosef equal in Hebrew Yeshu, the name of Jesus, and the tree of Judah, to make them one tree, to make a peace between Judaism and Christianity.
Well, that's exciting, Ariel. The more I listen to you, the more I hear about this, what you're really saying is that after you're a rabbi and you present this to other rabbis, and then you create what they call a minyan, 10 of them, you're going to present it to the world and have a retrial of Yeshua to bring him back and usher him back on a red carpet, like you told me, that you felt like the Lord was telling you, like, his call on your life was to usher Yeshua back on a red carpet into his original true Jewish family. And this is exciting about the things you're telling us. And we want to bring you to America, Ariel. We want to bring you here to meet with some leaders, to meet with some people that would love Israel, that love the Jewish people, Christians and Jewish people. So I'm excited to tell everyone now that if they are interested in having Ariel come and explain his book and everything he's done in his research and his plans and vision, purpose, and goal to reintroduce Yeshua HaMashiach using the Torah and nothing but the Torah back into the rabbis and into Israel, into the hearts of the Jewish people. A name that is taboo right now, that is forbidden in Israel, will be once again be used through the work and the anointing that Ariel is bringing to this. So if anybody is interested in joining with us and becoming part of this, any leaders that would like to have him come and speak and answer questions, we have joined forces with Ariel and his organization. Theo Weld is his personal assistant and consultant. And if you would like to participate in this, please get in touch with myself, Reverend Joseph Lemoyne, founder of Celebrate Israel. Our new website being launched tomorrow is Let's celebrateisrael.org. That's Let's Celebrate Israel.org. And our Facebook is facebook.com/praying for Jerusalem. No spaces. Just facebook.com/praying for Jerusalem. And my personal cell phone is 985-778-5456. If anyone would like to get involved with us, we are a tax-exempt 501c3 certified U.S. government organization and a Christian ministry. So if you would like to get involved with us, please get in touch with us. And you're going to meet a wonderful, wonderful man of God who God has put a mantle on him to help usher in Yeshua and introduce and reintroduce Yeshua HaMashiach into his true family of Israel. And thank you very much, and thank you, Ariel.
Thank you. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.